So today is January the 7th, Friday, January the 7th, and I have new hair. Look, all gone. All gone. I got it all cut off on Tuesday. I was gonna do like my reveal of my hair, like actually put some makeup and stuff before, like put some makeup and stuff on before I did it, but I haven't had the energy. Um, this is the first time I've recorded anything since last week. I have just been really finding dealing with the pain hard. My doctor again changed my medication up to 15 milligram of oxycodone once in the morning and once at night, and then 5 milligrams in between. Whenever the pain bites through, so I'm starting to get a wee bit more on top of it now. That indeed was my phone. I'm starting to get a wee bit on top of it now, but I've just been so incredibly tired and sore, and I just haven't really been doing much, apart from going to the hospital. So, I went to the hospital on yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was definitely yesterday. It was Wednesday they contacted me. On Wednesday, the hospital contacted me to tell me that my results were back from pathology and they needed to see me the following day, which would have been Thursday. Now I wasn't expecting my results to come back for at least another week, so as soon as I heard this, alarm bell started going off in my head. I kept thinking of that age-old saying that no news is good news. Well, I'm getting news and it's too soon, so it's obviously something terrible. Because you know how we like to do that to ourselves. So I went and my appointment was for 3:10. We ended up sitting waiting. It's the first time I've ever had to wait on an appointment up there. I always arrive early and then I'm always seen too early. But there was one person in before me and it obviously just took longer than expected. So whenever I was called, Martina, my Macmillan nurse, I've mentioned her once or twice, called me into a room and then they wanted to take the dressings and stitches off. So she done under my arm, she took the dressing off and then she took the stitches, and I started seeing white spots and nearly fainted. It was so sore. Then on my boob, the dressing that was there, I asked her, could I take that dressing off myself? Because from changing it, I know how painful it is all around the bottom. So at least if I'm doing it, I can do it sort of at my own pace without hurting myself too much. So I got that dressing off, and the stitches, they just couldn't be removed. They were just glued solid. So she told me to soak them. They didn't need to come off yesterday, but to soak them, and then as you know they start peeling up, the bits that are peeling up, cut them. So I came home last night anyway and had a bath and got this stitches soaked. I did ask, could I have a bath first, and they were like, yeah, that's no problem, because obviously these wounds will have sort of sealed at this point. They're nowhere near healed, but they've sealed. By the way, I'll be inserting pictures, but I'll explain first. I came home last night and had a bath. It helped a wee bit round the edges and stuff with those stitches, but they were solid, and I was so tender last night after having dressings and stitches from under my arm removed. I was really sore. First thing I done whenever I got home was come straight in and take painkillers. Today, however, I managed to get those stitches off myself, so I'm going to insert pictures now. The first one will be of the incision under my arm. I am really shocked at how clean it is. Like, I don't know, like I haven't been ever cut open before, but I always had like images in my head of, you know, it being like a noticeable scar. I'm gonna have this thing is like fine, like hair fine. The surgeon done such a good job, as you can see. I've put markers on the pictures just to show you the actual length. And then the photo that is going up now is of my boob, but it's obviously zoomed away in. And and parts sort of scribbled out on paint, just obviously for YouTube. It is bigger than I thought it was going to be, the scar, but everything seems to be healing nicely, and it doesn't look, like they're going to be very noticeable scars, and that's something that I didn't care about anyway. They're just battle scars. It's not like I'm ever going to hide them in shame and not want people to see them. I would rather people see them and ask me what happened, because then it helps raise awareness. I got my results as well yesterday from pathology, and they got clear margins with the tumour. It was 2.5 centimetres. They got clear margins all around it, so that's gone. Whenever they went into my armpit, there were 2 lymph nodes that were cancerous, but they ended up taking all 12 out, so I have none at all there. They done it just to be sure. I am estrogen and progesterone, whatever the other one is, ER and PR, you know what I mean. I'm positive for both of those, and I'm HER2 negative, which is great. Whenever I went in originally from a treatment plan, whenever I was finding out about surgery and stuff, the doctor had told me that the biopsy had tested as a grade 1, but whenever I went back, they had said to prepare myself for that grades a raise, because grade 1 is highly, highly unlikely to spread, and obviously mine had into my lymph nodes. But it is grade 1, they told me yesterday, so I cried as soon as I found this out. I just cried in that room with them. I'm just so very, very lucky, You've noticed this in like 2019 for it to go out of your head and the pandemic and everything. I could have been like handed a death sentence, and I wasn't. So I'll never take my health for granted ever again, because you just need to be sure. So what they also said is now every year until I'm 50, I'll need a mammogram, which is totally fine, I didn't mind having it done. It was tender on the boob that I had the tumour in, but obviously that's because there was a tumour in there while they were doing it. So a mammogram every year until I'm 50, and then after that it'll be once every 3 years until I'm 70, and then apparently then your boobs drop off and they don't need to see you anymore. I don't know what happens after you're 70, but they said 6 weeks roughly after surgery the chemo starts, and it's not 100% set in stone yet, but they were saying that the oncologists at the hospital meet with their patients on Thursdays, so it could possibly be this Thursday coming I meet with them. Obviously they'll not be they'll send me out a letter, but they'll phone me, because just, in case the post doesn't come or whatever, which is notorious for where I live. The postman just decided to take a wee break and not get any cover. So I'm expecting to hear from them probably early next week if it's going to happen on Thursday. So then chemo's going to start. They said that they suggested chemotherapy. To me, that sounds like it's a choice of mine to make whether I go ahead with it or not. I'm obviously going to go ahead with it. The doctor said that they want to do it because there could be like rogue cancer cells, that haven't formed into any kind of tumour or anything yet to be detected by scans, but they could be there waiting. So I would rather just not take the chance and just buckle down and have 6 rounds of chemo. So I'm thinking if it's 6 weeks after surgery, it should probably start in about 4 weeks. But again, I need to meet with the oncologist first. I had someone phone me today from the fertility department. They were saying about I really need to think and quickly, because it needs to happen before chemotherapy starts, about either harvesting eggs or harvesting embryos. And I just don't know where I am with that. Chris and I hadn't planned on having any more kids. If none of this had have happened, we wouldn't have, it's not, like we were planning or anything like that. We didn't want any more. But now the fact that with chemotherapy it could just turn my ovaries off for good, I don't know what I should do, because even if we don't go ahead with, like, if I have this fertility treatment and stuff and the harvest eggs and get embryos and all that kind of stuff, I feel like I would maybe rather have that in my back pocket and not need it at a later date, or than to get past this point, look back and wish I had have. Then on the other hand, the procedure and stuff, there are obviously risks carried along with harvesting eggs and things like that, and I don't know whether I want to put myself through any more procedures. So I'm just trying to balance up in my head. I told him just to give me a few days to, like, I think this through and we talk it through. Like, he's happy to do whatever I want to do, but I need to balance up in my head whether I can deal with having more, like, procedures, or if the regret in the future is going to be something, I don't know where I am with it. I really don't. I just need to think about that over the next couple of days, really. It's like 2.5 months ago, I never thought that these were the decisions that I would be needing to make within, a few days. Like, real serious life changing decisions that need to be made so quickly. But I just need to sit and think. He doesn't care either way. Just whatever makes me happy, he'll do. So that's where I am at the minute anyway. I made a decision that from Tuesday, what date is it today? It's the 7th today. So Tuesday the 11th, I will be returning to Twitch. I will be going back to streaming. It'll maybe not be, like the longest hours for a while, because I am still very tired, but I want to get back into my routine. I miss streaming. I miss my community. I miss having a laugh, and I miss forgetting, or like I miss like not sitting thinking about this stuff all the time. I want to forget about it for a while, I made the decision also that even during chemotherapy, I'll continue to stream. I may just need maybe a week off each month, whenever, the side effects and stuff are really bad. Again, this is like a bridge I'll cross, never come to, because I've never had chemotherapy before, so I don't know like how hard it's going to be on me or how I'm going to react. I won't be able to stream for the week that I have radiation, because I'm having it back to back. The doctor explained to me that they'll do 5 days in a row, and they may do a 6th day, so that's every day having radiation for like basically a week. So I'll not have the time to stream if I'm having to go to hospital and stuff. And then after that, I go on to hormone therapy, but I'll discuss it more with them, because I'm not entirely sure what that entails, and I'm still not Googling. But I'm hoping that through the vast majority of all this treatment, I'll be able to get back to streaming. And again, from Tuesday, if any of you guys are wanting to come over to Twitch and say hey, my link will be down in the description where you can find me. Even if you're not into gaming, we all just sit and have a laugh together, It's like, it is always good crack, and I think that just getting back to normal will help me out so very much. But yeah, I think that's all basically for this wee update. Tomorrow I'm going to do the haul. I had asked you guys whether you wanted me to do a haul. I had went mental on the Cult Beauty sale, and I got some stuff from Mac and stuff like that as well. But I went to be a bit mental and treated myself to a whole an actual heap of stuff. But I'll do that tomorrow with you guys. and let you have a wee look at what I got. Not all of it is like cancer related, but there are a good few products in there that I bought to make my life easier whenever, like all my hair falls out, my eyebrows are going to fall out, my eyelashes are going to go. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I'm going to need stuff to deal with it. So you can have a nosy at what I bought to try and fake it. But until tomorrow, I'm sorry that I hadn't, again, sorry that this is the first update that I've made since last week. I have just been really, really sore. I'm able to sit here now because I'm dosed. I'm not long after taking painkillers, so I've got the benefit for a wee while. But until tomorrow, I shall catch you later. So today is Saturday the 8th of January. The vlog that you just seen that I recorded yesterday, I was in two minds about even posting it because I was so spaced out and I couldn't, yesterday I was finding it very hard to keep on on top of my thoughts and stuff and getting stuff out in sort of an understandable way. So it may be all over the place. I haven't watched it back. I spoke to Chris about it and he said, well, you can just edit it or re-record it. And I'm like, no, because that's kind of defeating the purpose. The whole point in all of these vlogs is to be very authentic with exactly what's going on. So I was completely spaced yesterday with just all the pain medication and everything like that. So if it was a wee bit all over the place, I am sorry, but I kept it and I didn't I don't edit any of the vlogs that I make because whenever you're talking about how you feel and stuff like that, it's a one take kind of deal, if you get me. There is, you can't have a take two on how you're feeling in the moment. So that's just what was going on in the first part of the vlog. But as I put up a vote to see whether you guys would be interested in a bit of a haul, and that's what I'm gonna do now. I went a bit daft with the sales and stuff after Christmas, so not everything's from Cult Beauty. There is an absolute ton of stuff here to show you guys. A ridiculous amount. The box is piled this high off the desk, so that is quite a way. Obviously I haven't got loads of movement and mobility and stuff on this side of me, so I can't lift it over to show you, so I'll just go through each product that I bought. I went on a bit of a no-buy at the beginning of last year, only replacing things that I needed and stuff, and a lot of this stuff I did actually need, but then there are other things that the price was just too good and it was stuff that I use anyway, so I thought, well, I'll just top up. So I will go through this with you guys now. God. Right, firstly, Benefit 24-hour brow setter. Didn't think that one through, did I? Chemotherapy, my eyebrows are probably going to fall out. Oh yes, that's another thing that I forgot to mention as well. There is cancer related stuff that I bought, and as I come to it, I'll explain it so that you understand. But yes, something that I use all the time. Did not think it through when buying it, but I suppose I'll just not open it so know where it gets in and keep it for whenever they grow back. That's one thing. I bought an all-nighter, Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. I use this all the time. That and the Charlotte Tilbury one are probably my favourite setting sprays. I got just a top up of my NARS, what is this called? Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser. So I got a top up of that, and I am in shade light 1.5 Norwich. I've heard, I use this anyway, but I've heard that it is meant to be good, very good for sensitive skin due to chemotherapy. So it is the Elmis Papaya Enzyme Peel. It is a face mask, and it dissolves the dead skin cells basically, but it's very, very gentle. And again, I'd heard that it was good for people going through chemo, so I obviously picked that up. I really like Elmis stuff, and I really like that mask. I've used it anyway, so now it was as good a time as any to pop up on more. I got an Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder from Charlotte Tilbury in shade 1. I use that one too all the time, and I'm almost out. I got an Urban Decay 24/7 waterline eye pencil in the shade Legend. So it's just basically a black eyeliner for your waterline. They didn't have this in the full size, so we just got a mini of it. Is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. It's only a wee mini size, but again, they didn't have the full size. Obviously, everyone was taking advantage of the sale and stocking up. A NARS Radiance Primer. This has SPF 35 in it. I've always liked this, and obviously I'm gonna have to start. Well, I wear sunscreen every day anyway. I have for years, but I like this primer, so I thought I would get it. I got a Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in the shade Pound Cake. I use that anytime that I get very like oily in my T-zone. So whenever I do my makeup, I'll like bake round my nose and a wee bit on my chin and a wee bit on my forehead, and it stops like any sort of shine breaking through. Another thing, there are many products here, and I'll explain to you now. I bought a whole load of different eyebrow stuff because I don't know what it's like to do eyebrows whenever you don't have eyebrow hair. So I don't know what's going to be most natural looking, and I thought maybe a combination of products. I usually use, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It was that is very shiny. It was a duo pack, and it comes with a wee clear eyebrow gel. Again, it was just a better saving for a product that I use anyway. I use taupe. So I don't know what's going to look better. I use that anyway. I stocked up on it. If I don't end up using that, I could end up using one of the other products that I bought, which we'll get into as we delve further into this box. I got Vive Skin Nova, another favourite primer of mine. I love it to death. It's awesome. We haven't even touched the surface here, people. There's a lot to go. I did go in. I got Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. It is, you can use it as a primer, you can mix it in with foundation, you can use it as a liquid highlighter. It's like a real multitasking product. And I use it in all of those ways, just depending on what my skin's doing at the time. I have Fix Plus MAC Classic. Spray that on. Like, you can use it to set your makeup, you can use it under your makeup, you can just use it to refresh. I usually always have one of those. I got a Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. This is my favourite eye cream for underneath makeup. Like, here's all this makeup stuff, and you guys have yet to see me with any makeup on because I just haven't bothered. But again, I'm going to go back to streaming on Tuesday, so I will be putting makeup and stuff back on again. I have an Anastasia Brow Definer, another product that I use, again in taupe. I would tend to fill in like any wee sparse areas underneath my brow, like the baseline of my eyebrow with the Wiz, and then I'll go in with the brow definer to fill the rest of it in. So I got one of those. I have the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Chantilly. I use this as an eye base, always. I have it on before, I put it on every time I do eyeshadow, every time, and even whenever I'm not, it cancels out everything in your eyelids. I could have made good use out of that from all the crayon I've been doing recently, but I haven't bothered. This came in a completely separate order, but I got the Bath and Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar body spray. I love the smell of this. The notes are intoxicating vanilla, white orchid, sparkling sugar, fresh jasmine, and creamy sandalwood. I love this. I have this in hand sanitizers, shower gels, and candles. So I thought I'll get some of this, which is awesome. Right, I have 5 skincare products now, and we're still nowhere near the bottom. One of these I picked up because it's meant to be good. I'll just go to it. It is the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum. Apparently, this is again, very, very good and calming on skin that is whenever you're going through chemotherapy. So I picked that up. I use Glow Recipe stuff anyway. I know how good it is on sensitive skin. It's really, really gentle and it really works. I really like their stuff, and I don't mind paying a bit extra for skincare if it works and I like it, if it's a joy to use. So this is the one thing that I haven't tried. I've actually tried the avocado eye cream. I have one of those ready to go, but it wasn't in this haul. So I bought that. Then I bought, this is just a top up, the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask from Glow Recipe. That's a wee top up. I meant, like, again, I was buying these things because they were cheap compared to paying, you know, full whack. I got a top up of the Watermelon Niacinamide Dew Drops. I love this stuff. It's awesome. It makes your skin so, so glowy. I got the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. I find that in summertime or springtime, whenever it's starting to get a bit warmer and I don't want to have heavy moisturizers on, especially if I'm going to put on makeup or anything, this sits great underneath it and it's not too heavy. It's a very thin gel type moisturizer, but it sinks in really well and it really does moisturize. It's not, you know, like water thin and it does nothing. It actually works. Then the last Glow Recipe product I got was the Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm, which looks like this. I love cleansing balms. My usual cleansing balm would be the Elemis one, and I use it every time I'm taking off makeup. I use it as the first step in a double cleanse. And I just thought that I would try something different. Don't get me wrong, I have a couple of backups of the Elemis, but I wanted to try that one just to see, you know. You never know. There's always going to be improvements in the market somewhere, and I would like to know when they are. So hopefully it's good, and even if I don't like it more, I like it just as much. I had a bit of a Natasha Denona blackout, like an actual blackout. So how many? There's one down the bottom of this box. I'll find it, I'll come to it. So I got the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I got the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette in light. And then I got the Natasha Denona Sunset Palette. So I'll open these now and let you see them. So the Sunset one, it looks, Natasha Denona, by the way, is expensive, but it is my favourite eyeshadow formula of all time. It is awesome. It is so, so good. Let me see if I can tip that right back. So Sunset palette looks like this. That's the Sunset palette. Let me see this here. This is the Glam Face palette. I thought it would be handy just to have everything in one place. Let's see whether I can. That is what that looks like. It is a blush, a highlighter, and 5 eyeshadows. I just thought it would be good. Just whenever I'm streaming, it's handy to just be able to get ready quickly, and not have to pull out 5,000 different things. But I'm also a girly girl whenever it comes to makeup and stuff, so I do like to wear makeup. Not like it's not. I'm embarrassed about people seeing me without makeup. Hello. You know what I mean? I've like an entire YouTube channel built on me looking like a disaster, not wearing any makeup. And that is the Glam palette. So it is all like cool tones. And I love warm tones, but I really do enjoy cool tones as well. So, and I find that it's hard to find good cool tone palettes. So I got that. I bought this Rain and Now to Sleep pillow spray. I definitely believe in pillow sprays. They definitely work. They definitely help you sleep. I had one a while ago from Cowshed, and it was pretty good. And then I actually got a care package from, I think it was Cancer Now, and in it, I have it right. In it was this slumber spray, which got me back into it again. And I do relaxing stuff to get to sleep. So I got another one of those. Here. Now these, well, I got some ABH scissors, eyelash scissors. overcutting eyelashes. But what I did buy, which is cancer related, was the ABH brow stencils. Because I don't know how good I'm going to be about drawing eyebrows on if there's no guide there. So basically, it comes with different wee stencils for you to use. So you basically hold them up onto where you place them, and then you can fill your eyebrows in that way, and then at least they'll look sort of semi-related, you know. And it'll be a lot easier for getting the shape and stuff if I'm not that great about doing it myself. So I bought those. I thought they would come in quite handy. I don't have any problem in doing my eyebrows, but I have like eyebrow hair, I have a guide there of what I'm meant to be doing, and I'm quite lucky that they're quite full and stuff naturally anyway. Not for long. I got a Pacifica coconut cream clean deodorant. I have completely moved over to clean deodorants now. There has been some research, and in cancer patients, your aluminium levels are higher, and there's a lot of aluminium in deodorant. So I have started on clean brands. I'm using Wild at the moment, and I thought that I would pick this up. It smells amazing. I thought I would pick that up as well because I'm constantly going through deodorant. I bought it's a Spectrum foundation brush. You never have too many of those. Which looks like this. It's just a flat top kabuki brush. It is really, really soft. I obviously haven't used it yet, but it's there for whenever I start putting makeup on, which will probably be Tuesday for filming. I bought top-ups of Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats. I got one in Iconic Nude. This one's Iconic Nude. This one's Pillow Talk Original. They are basically the only two lip liners that I use, so I thought I would get some backups while the sale was on. I got a Sol de Janeiro Brazilian foreplay shower gel. This stuff smells amazing. It smells just like the Bum Bum cream, which I really like as well. So it was really cheap in their sale, so I picked one of those up. Again, more another thing that I got, because I don't know, I was thinking like how to make no eyebrows at all look realistic with makeup, so I got this NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen in ash brown, thinking that if to try and give the brows texture, because if I use a pencil or if I just use something blocky, it doesn't matter whether I do the light or the front lighter and the rest of it darker, to give it sort of a hair-like appearance. I was going to try and maybe draw in some sort of fine strokes, hair-like strokes obviously, and I think that using a pen which has a very like micro tip will be a lot easier than using the likes of Brow Wiz, because even though those kind of pencils are good, they're never as thin as a hair, so I thought I would try that. Oh, more Natasha Denona. God. I bought the mini Biba palette and then the camel palette. I have the large Biba palette and I love it. That's where my love affair with Natasha Denona first started. So I thought I would get the mini palette, and it looks like this. There we go. Just nice, neutral, everyday colours. 4 mattes, 1 shimmer. Again, awesome. I love her, I love her formula. I really like those colours. And then the camel palette is bigger, although it's still a mini, well, not a mini, but a smaller palette. Again, just neutral, warm brown shades. There are 3 mattes, sort of a real sort of metallic, and then a shimmer. So again, I had my eye on that palette for a long time, but for 5 shades, it's kind of thought, like 44 quid. It's a bit much for me at the minute, but again, the sale happened, so I was able to justify it. Another thing that I was able to justify that I've had my eye on for a long time, and I just never wanted to spend the money on, but again, I got it in the sale, so it was a good bit cheaper, is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette in Pillow Talk. Let me see if I can open this and show you what it looks like. I'm sure if you like makeup, most of you guys will know what this looks like, but it's basically sort of pinky browns, 2 mattes, a sort of a glittery toppery shade, and then a satin. again, small palette, easy to put out, very quick eye look. You don't have to think about it too much. And I really like sort of pinky browns because my eyes are blue, and I think it brings them out. I got, let me things. Next one, my favorite powder of all time that I use all over my face is the Hourglass Veil powder. Very expensive powder, but amazing, and it lasts forever. Like I'm currently going through one that I've been using for about 6 months now, so I thought I would just pick up one while it was cheap. I bought the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo again because I wasn't too sure about how to make eyebrows look realistic. I'll use it anyway, you know. And then the Dip Brow by ABH as well. The Dip Brow is in taupe, as is the brow powder. I wasn't too sure about how. Again, I'm not too sure about how to make eyebrows look the most realistic. But as well as that, I don't want anything moving. So even if I'm using the pomade and I happen to be getting very warm, because I know you can have hot flashes and things like that whenever you're on chemo, even use the brow powder to set it down. I'll just have to see how it goes. Again, I'm not going to know until I'm in that position, but regardless, these are products that I would use, I can use anyway, you know, so they're not going to go to waste. I don't believe in wasting, especially like, I don't like the idea of waste. I got my favourite lip balm of all time is Lana Lips 101 ointment, and I got it in Coconutter. It's my favourite, so much so I always have one sitting beside my bed. There's the one that I'm currently on. So I got a wee backup of that. Such a good lip balm. I got the Kupari lip glossy in Birthday Suit. It's basically just like it's like a lip balm, but it's like a lip balm, but it has like a sort of a hint of a tint to it. So I'll put some on my hand for you. My nice hand that is still all bruised up from injections and stuff, but if you can see the color, it's like a slightly pinky. There we go, hold on. It's like a sheer, slightly pinky, slightly nude kind of color. It's just one of those kind of things it's always nice to have in your bag, because if your lips start getting dry and stuff like that, and you don't want to start like reapplying liquid lipstick and all that crap, you can just fire this on, and obviously good for dry lips. So I bought that. And then the last things that I bought are all from MAC. So I bought or no, this isn't. This is from ABH. Is it? Yes, it is. It's the mini angled brush 15. It's just a wee eyebrow brush. But I find that whenever I'm doing eyeliner or eyebrows, I prefer the mini size because I go right up close into my mirror. And if it's a big long, it's not a ferrule. If the actual brush barrel is too long, it just gets in my way. So that's why I bought the short size. Then I got Glow Play Blush by MAC in the shade 05 Natural. What am I doing with my hands here? 05 Natural. So it's basically just a really sort of natural sort of coloured blush. I got Extended Play Giga Black Lash by MAC. I only ever use this on my bottom eyelashes. If you look in my at my profile pic on YouTube, the same on Twitch or anything, if you look closely, you would think that I have fake eyelashes on the bottom. It's not. It's just because I use this mascara on my bottom eyelashes. It is amazing, and it's the only mascara that I'll use on my bottom lashes now that I've experienced it. And then last but not least, I got a MAC lipstick. I got Creme Cup. It's a cream sheen lipstick, and I will show you the colour now, if it'll come out. It's just a real nude pink lipstick. That's the kind of colours that I like. Because I'm blonde, obviously, I find that like brownie nudes can not look the greatest on me, and I definitely do better with pink nudes. But yeah. That is this box, completely empty now, so that's my haul. Sorry that I had to like sort of chop it in the middle, you probably won't even notice. It was just my camera was playing up. But yeah, I shall be waiting on my oncologist contacting me, hopefully at the start of this week, and I'll probably be in then on Thursday, hopefully this Thursday, to meet them, if not probably the Thursday afterwards. My pain today isn't as bad. It was bad this morning, but it hasn't been as bad as it has been lately, so I'm hoping that that's, you know, I've peaked and now I'm on the come down from the pain, that it's going to get easier. I didn't need anywhere near the same amount of like pain medication and all today, so I feel like a lot more on the ball, which is great. So at least that's a step in the right direction, you know. I was sore yesterday just from like stitches and stuff coming off, and it was just all over the place yesterday. It was a bit of a mess. But today is a new day and I'm feeling better. And I managed as well today to wash my hair by myself, without any help. Now I was like a complete shaky mess by the end of it, but I done it, and I need to get used to just using this arm as normal. I haven't been like, you know, walking around with it held on my side. I'm doing my exercises, I'm using it as much as I can. I can't lift heavy things with it. It hurts too much. The muscle that runs from your arm into your chest feels like it's ready to snap if I lift anything too hard. And I still need like a lot of stuff done for me around the house. But hopefully I'm on like the road to recovery now. Only so that I can get sick again with chemo, but I'm not complaining, you know what I mean? I'm not complaining at all. It needs to be done. And the start of this, like the first half of this year, is going to be horrible, but then the second half of the year is going to be spent celebrating. And again, even if you're not into gaming or anything, please stop by Twitch at some point and say hello. I should be sort of streaming probably around 6:30 on Tuesday evening. Just for a few hours. It'll not be like hours and hours worth. But I want to start making like baby steps back into streaming, because I do miss everybody, and I need my routine back as well. But I'm not going to push myself too hard, so I'll not be doing, you know, like four plus hour streams at a time. I just need to do like maybe 2 hours and just work my way back in slowly. But as always, thank you again for all your comments last week. I really do appreciate them. Please like, subscribe and share. It really does mean so much, and it also will push the video out to someone that might need to see it, just to let them see that it's not all a complete nightmare. The start of it is, no lie, but it's not all a complete nightmare. I'll probably have to rewatch this whenever I start chemo to remind myself, like, I've had this like from the very beginning, from surgery. I have had expectations of myself that were unrealistic, you know, thinking, I'll be fine, I'll be off the painkillers by New Year's, I'll be able to have a glass of champagne on New Year's. No. How wrong was I? I was lying in bed, trying my best to get on top of the pain. But yeah, I think one thing that I've definitely learned is don't put any expectations on what the future holds and what's to come with the different treatments, because I'll be wrong. So anyway, I will see you guys next Sunday. Thank you so much for your continued support. It means the absolute world to me. And hopefully then next time you see me, I will have some makeup slapped on this face, or as we say in Belfast, slapped on this bake. But anyway, guys, until then, thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much for last week's comments, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!